Welcome in, everybody, to the Forest Acres Classic live here on Definite Fiction. It's game number 7, game 3 on day 2, as we are set to begin. It's Airport and the Hammond School. I'll put some music down in the background while we wait for items to be exchanged. Well, folks, a fun first half of the day. 2 games that felt closer than they might have looked at the end of the day. You know, Lugoff Elgin came out against Miller, and Miller put a 6-spot up over. They didn't feel out of it quite yet. It wasn't until Miller added a couple on late that really buried the demons of Lugoff Elgin. And then we had a game on our hands between Cardinal Newman and Lexington in the first game of the day before the Wildcats got help from their South Carolina commit. Brandon Cromer set one over the left field wall, the second homer of the tournament, to give the Wildcats the advantage. They would end up winning 8-3. So now Miller and Lexington are set to play for the spot to go to the championship on Thursday. That game will be at 5 tomorrow, and now we flip our focus back to this half of the bracket. Well, the only way to describe what happened yesterday was, according to Lou Bajak, a stunner. Hammond came in and knocked off the hosting AC Flora Falcons, one of the top teams in 4A, by a 7-5 game. Now they look to take their second straight and put themselves in position to play on Thursday. The team that potentially everyone kind of saw as what are we going to get out of them? They came in up and down. They're 11-5 now on the season. I think 12-5, excuse me. Yeah, they are 12-5. I apologize. 12-5 on the season, kind of a up and down start. They had just lost 2 to Cardinal Newman coming in here, but then the win against AC Flora has put themselves in the seat to move on. In Airport, after another, heartbreaking loss to River Bluff, their 3rd straight now, they're looking to give themselves a shot to play here on Thursday. So scenarios of what's going to happen, because this seems to be going to be more of the wild side. There's always 2 that are a wild side, and last year was kind of more straightforward. Miller just beat everybody on our side for AC Flora fans, while Airport was, to be kind of blunt, it was one play, one game that kept them out of either a first place matchup and not playing. It was a missed bounce against River Bluff, and River Bluff ended up going to play Flora. Airport would not have to play on Thursday after they came in last in their bracket. Again, just one play really kind of shifted the dynamic. And yesterday, of course, now we look to this year. Airport had a classic against River Bluff, 3-5 victory for the Gators. Now the Eagles find themselves trying to stave off not having another year where they just don't make that Thursday game. Y'all can hear me starting to lose my voice. It's going to be a long night for me, but I'm excited to go. Now, what do we need to happen for, of course, our Flora fans listening in, and potentially Airport and Hammond fans? Well, Flora fans are big Airport fans today, and vice versa. Airport are big Flora fans. For River Bluff, you would love for Hammond to take this one. You take that one, and then you beat Hammond. The same thing with Hammond. You need to take this one. You want River Bluff to take the game against AC Flora. You really don't care as much as long as you win this one. Airport is in much need of a win, and they are in much need of an AC Flora win. Flora, same rules apply. You're in need of an Airport win, and you're in need of a win of your own. But of course, who knows what's going to happen? As we said, Hammond, a stunner yesterday, now looking to continue their hot streak and move towards what would be a potential championship game against the dominant force that looks to be the Miller Mavericks. Well, we'll be right back here. Starting lineups will be introduced momentarily. We're going to do our national anthem, and I'll turn it over to PA Montague Lafitte.
And AC Flora High School, home of the Forest Acres Baseball Classic. This afternoon's game pits the Eagles of Airport against the Skyhawks of Hammond. With the players and coaches, please line up on your respective baselines. Will everyone stand while we honor America with the playing of our national anthem? Let's play ball.
All right, back goes the background music while we get ready to rock and roll. Airport, your designated home team for today. Skyhawks are now the away team. So let's go through our lineups here after a fun first night yesterday. First, leading off, Hammond will go through the lineup. Then we'll go through, of course, the Airport defense and their lineup. Leading off in center field, it's Colt Babick, one of the young sophomores in this tournament that is dressed to impress and ready to rock and roll. Batting second, Ben Kirkpatrick, the shortstop. Third, Puddin' Jack Croft, who is potentially player of the game against AC Flora. Batting cleanup, Brewer Lamont, the first baseman. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Worth Lundy. DHing today, the catcher, James Lay. He's DHing for Owen Smoot, who gets to start behind the dish. Batting seventh, the pitcher, Jackson Bozard, the ace for the Skyhawks, looking to lock up a Game 2 win. Batting eighth, Jackson Waite, he's in left field. And batting ninth, Preston Springs, he will be in right field. Let's go through now the Airport Eagles starting lineup. Leading off at short today, yesterday's pitcher, Hunter Epps. Batting second, it's Braden Dunlap. He's at second. Batting third, Bryce Gillette, the pitcher. Batting fourth, cleanup duty, the first baseman, Landon Jeffcoat. Fifth behind the dish, Judson Seitler. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Isaiah Clemens. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Sundiata Anderson. In right field, Daniel Butts manning down the 8-hole, and DHing Matthew Perry. He will be DHing for the pitcher, or not for the pitcher, excuse me, for the left fielder, Ada McCauley. Apologies, I was looking at Hammond when I said that. And if you cannot hear you'll be able to hear pretty quickly. It's a very windy day at the ballpark, a little more windy than yesterday. Now, Jeff did a great job with the microphone, meaning I can be souped up and everything. However, you're gonna hear some umbrellas and some tents whip into the wind. All right, well, Airport. The Eagles won 13 of their last 15. However, after a loss to River Bluff yesterday, look to bounce back against the Skyhawks, who come in up and down. Hammond has now lost 3 of their last 5 and 4 of their last 7. However, a big-time win against the Falcons put them in a position to make the championship game or potentially just play on Thursday. It's the Battle of the Birds, Skyhawks, and Airport Eagles. We're at the halfway part, game number 7. Here in the 20th annual Forest Acres Classic, or I guess the 20th anniversary of the Forest Acres Classic. It would be 20 in a row, but COVID did happen. All right, let's go. It's Colt Babick. Bryce Gillette on the bump. Yesterday's shortstop trades places with yesterday's pitcher. We are underway. Gillette making his now 5th start of the year, 1.40 ERA. He'll get one of the top sophomores in the class, hitting .500. It's Colt Babick. First pitch is low, ball 1, and we are underway. Gillette, a sidearm pitcher, right-hander, committed to USC Union, one of the top third base prospects. The 1-0 stays in tight. It's ball 2, 2-0 to Babick. Babick was held pretty quiet for most of last night until the end. A 1-for-4 performance with an RBI single in the 6th. The 2-0 is popped high into the air towards center field. Clemens comes in and Butts calls him off in pretty much straightaway center for out number 1.
Stepping to the plate for the Skyhawks.
Well, now it's Ben Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick coming off of an 0-3 performance for the Skyhawks yesterday, who pushed across 7 runs. It wasn't really the top of the order that did a lot, other than Puddin'. It was really more of the back half of their order, and Kirkpatrick trying to bounce back. Righty on righty, first pitch called, strike 1 on the outside edge. Gillette very, very poised. He's a good aimer, if you will, can place the ball wherever he wants it. The 0-1. Sidearm misses wide. Looks like a fastball. It's 1-1. Of course, with this, Airport will be leading Cash Epps for tomorrow for AC Flora as they're the nightcap. 1-1. That one shot to the left side. Anderson, the third baseman, has it, throws it across the diamond, and just like that, there's 2 away. Of course, Hammond, after pitching Painter yesterday, it's Bozard getting the start on the bump. Now comes to the man of the game yesterday, Jack Croft. The third baseman for both sides pretty much played an integral part in that game yesterday. Jack Croft had 2 stunning plays over at third to rob a couple of hits and extra base hits from AC Flora. Gillette deals ball 1 away. It's righty on righty. Puddin really kind of kept the Skyhawks in that game and gave them some late inning support. The 1-0, that one's grounded to the right side of the infield. Dunlap, the second baseman, ranges over in the hole, and he throws out Puddin. 3 up, 3 down for Bryce Gillette. The right-hander gets the Eagles going. We'll have them come up to the plate next when we return right here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. Skyhawks, Eagles doing battle right in front of you. It was a 3 up, 3 down inning for Bryce Gillette on the bump, and he'll turn it over to the Eagles lineup, which I might add, this is probably my uniform matchup so far of the tournament. The beautiful baby blue throwbacks the Airport Eagles are wearing versus your traditional gray and red from the Skyhawks. Well, yesterday's pitcher, Hunter Epsel, stepped to the dish. He gets the junior Jackson Bozard on the bump. Righty on righty, Bozard will fire. The first pitch, upstairs and away, a fastball, ball 1. Bozard making his 5th start of the season. He has a 3-1 record with a 1.40 ERA. The 1-0, swung on and missed, strike 1, low in the zone. Well, Bozard's last time he pitched against Cardinal Newman got the loss, even though they gave up 0 in the earned run column. Pitched 2 2/3 clean innings. Clean and scoreless are both the same thing for me. Clean innings against Cardinal Newman. Only gave up 1 hit, allowed 2 walks, but he was the pitcher on record for the loss. The 1-1, the right-hander fires. Off speed, skips away, ball 2. We're at the dish. It was a great performance yesterday from Epps, just not enough to claim the victory, as the River Bluff Gators had a nice rally toward the middle part of that game. Epps was awarded the loss after 6 innings pitched and only 2 earned runs, struck out 3 and walked 2. The 2-1 to him. Looks like a fastball away. It's 3-1 now. Epps was 0 for 2 at the dish with a strikeout, and he was hit by a pitch. The senior hitting .362, trying to get on base first here. The 3-1. Fastball wide, ball 4, a leadoff walk worked by the right-handed shortstop. One of my favorite things about baseball is the sharing of information. You could probably see on stream, potentially at home, as Epps was signaling to Dunlap, saying this is what to expect with this pitcher. Bozard has to work out of the stretch as the third baseman Puddin comes in on the infield grass. The left-handed Dunlap digs in. Hunter Epps at first. No bunny, swings away. It's skied in the center field. Babbitt coming on. He'll have room and make the play. It's out number 1. Epps retreats back to the bag. Thought I got a little more on it. I got to get used to watching, I guess, everything. Dunlap puts one into center. Babbitt makes it out number 1. Now for Bryce Gillette. Gillette was 1 for 4 yesterday at the dish. The senior committed to UNC Union, trying to power his team. Epps goes. The pitch is bounced to the left side, foul. And now Epps has to return to first after his first suicide. Trying to figure out a new way to say wind sprints. We're gonna hope that people understand what that means. You know, the suicide when you run down the basketball line. I know I'm just talking to myself, but it's all fun the same. 0-1, one gone. Epps at first, Gillette at the dish. Bozard back to first. Epps slides back safely. This Airport team doesn't like to run a ton. Only 4 stolen bags is the team lead. Epps is one of those 3 that has 4 stolen this year. He doesn't go there, the 0-1. Looks like an off-speed, misses low and away against the righty. It's 1-1. The Skyhawks competing in their 6th Forest Acres Classic were a staple here from 2019 to 2023 before taking last year off. Pickoff back to first, not in time. Jeff and I were talking, it's, just kind of matches up with their spring break. This happens to be, of course, Easter Sunday coming up, so this is Hammond spring break as well, which makes them back into the tournament. The 1-1 from Bozard. That one stroked into left center field. Babbitt going back towards the wall. He's looking up, and it's going to be off the wall. That one bounces in safely. Epps will be held at third. A one-out double for Bryce Gillette.
Stepping to the plate, number 6, first baseman, Landon.
Well, right on cue, Bryce Gillette grabs his 2nd hit of the tournament. There will be a courtesy runner for him as Gillette, the pitcher. Charlie Jackson will replace him at 2nd. That's how you started, though, for Gillette. 2 on, 1 out here against the Skyhawks in the opening frame. Not quite deja vu for Hammond, as yesterday it was a leadoff bomb from Charlie Scott to get the Falcons going. However, it was the middle innings where the Skyhawks came back as the first really big windstorm of the day pushes in from right center. Again, it's blowing in, meaning watch out for those fly balls to the outfield. Jeffcoat digs in, righty on righty. He watches the fastball skip in for ball 1. So Jackson at 2nd, Hunter Epps at 3rd. Airport, just like yesterday, trying to strike first. The 1-0 is popped to the right side in foul territory. Lamont ranging over, but runs out of room. The Falcons tried to bury the Skyhawks in the first inning, had a 3-run threat before the Skyhawks got out of the jam and then started to make their comeback after trailing, I believe, 5-0. Or no, it was actually 3-0. They got 2 runs off of an error. Falcons pushed the lead back to 4-2. The 1-1 on the way. That one's poked to the right side. It will be fouled on the first base side. A break for Lamont and the Skyhawks, as that would have provided the first run of the game. Jeffcoat knew what he was doing. Kind of him and Hunter Epps kind of exchanging a little glance as they go back to their respective positions. Jeffcoat trying to drive that run, but again, the Skyhawks trailing 4-2 before a bases clearing double gave them the 5-4 lead. Falcons responded. Skyhawks won in the 6th. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Heater away, gets Jeffcoat, and there's 2 away. So a big-time strikeout from Bozard, his first one in the first, but he's not out of danger yet. It's Justin Seitler now up. Seitler had a great day at the dish yesterday, 1 for 2 with a ribby. The right-handed catcher steps in with 2 on, 2 out. We're scoreless here in the bottom of the first. The right-hander fires the curveball. I guess missed a little outside. A little offset to the left here, for those who have come and seen me here at the tournament. And so I can't really tell the outside, the right part of the plate if you see it on stream, but that looked good to me. That's not good. The 1-0 heater stays elevated. It's ball 2. Seitler, one of the top catching prospects in the senior class, awaits the 2-0. He chops that one to the third base side. Nice play from Hunter Epps. Trying to say bounces and chops. Chounces? I don't think that's a word. It's 2-1. Wind dies down here for Seitler. 2-1 the count, 2 gone. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Bozard fires the off speed. Curveball called, strike 2. Looks like a makeup call there. It'll be 2-2. Usually trying to keep my personal opinions out of this, but it feels like there has been 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now Jackson way off second. This will bring Lundy over to cover. The 2-2 on the way. Curveball stays away. It'll be a full count incoming with 2 gone. First base is open, but if you put Seitler there, you get Isaiah Clemens waiting on deck. Now way off second is Jackson. Bozard will step off the mound, but he's not really looking over there. I'm sure, honestly, Jackson's trying to bait a throw. Because if you bait the throw, that means Hunter Epps, one of the smartest players on the field, they're probably going to come home. The 3-2 on the way. That one's chopped to the left side, foul towards head coach Casey Bradwell. And it will go out of play. So we'll do another 3-2 here. Sun beaming down all of a sudden after a cloudy morning. A pickoff over to third for Bozard. Epps stands back in. Epps is one of the smartest players, as I just mentioned, on the field. He's not going to make the last out at third. I actually heard him talking to Coach Chris Dorsey of the 215 yesterday after the game. The payoff on the way. That one's popped into right field, going over his springs. He has room in right. Wind coming in. He makes the one-handed grab to retire the side. Well, after a one-out double, Airport threatens but leaves two on the base paths. We're scoreless going to the top of the second right here at Falcon Field. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. The Forest Acres Classic rolls on in game number 7. Scoreless here at top of the second. As Bryce Gillette welcomes back the middle part of this Hammond order with a strike low in the zone. It's 0-1 as Brewer Lamont leading it off for the Skyhawks. He set them down in order. 1, 2, 3. Though and one, that slowly rolled over to Hunter Epps at short. He makes the running throw to first, and it's in time. There's one away. The whole infield getting in on the fun. There's been a ground out to Dunlap at second, to Anderson at third, and now to Epps at short. There's one down for Worth Lundy. Righty on righty, one gone as the sophomore will dig in. Coming off of a 1-for-2 performance yesterday, he'll face Gillette. First pitch called, strike one, low in the zone. You know, one thing to note between the break that I thought was really cool, Gillette, usually, a pitcher warms up to another catcher, but not Bryce Gillette, as Lundy taps that one foul. It's 0-2. Gillette waited for Seitler, who was the last out of that inning, that first inning, to come out and then started warming up. Just one of the cool things to show this bond to the Airport team. The 0-2. That one's hit high and deep out to left center field. Clemens ranges over. He's got room near the wall. He'll make the play for out number 2 in the deep shadows of center field.
Stepping to the plate for the Hawks, designated hitter, number 11.
2 up, 2 down. Now for the DH, James Lay. Lay, the Skyhawks' everyday catcher, is getting the DH spot today, giving him a day off after he caught the whole game against Flora yesterday and, well, had even a better day at the plate than he did behind the dish. Lay was 3 for 3, contributing to the Skyhawks' offensive win. First pitch in this right-handed showdown is a fastball in tight for ball 1. Of course, Gillette coming home with that sidearm / submarine-esque release. The 1-0, that one's tapped to the shortstop Epps. He waits back on it, on the backhand, the throw across the diamond in time. 3 up, 3 down, Gillette making quick work of this Skyhawks offense. We'll move to the bottom of the second, right here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back into the Midlands, and well, it's been 3 up, 3 down both times for Bryce Gillette. I feel like I just came back talking about the Skyhawks offense, and right back on cue. Here comes Airport back up. 6, 7, and 8. It's Clemens, Anderson, and Butts leading off the center fielder, Isaiah Clemens. Righty on righty as Bozard comes in. Fastball in tight for ball 1, and we're underway in the bottom of the second. Airport had a strong first inning with a 1-out double from Bryce Gillette. They were left stranded after some nice pitching from Bozard. The 1-0 heaters foul tipped back into the glove. It's 1-1. Well, all of a sudden, it was cloudy all morning, and there's no clouds in the sky. I think I'm probably getting burnt to a crisp over here as the 1-1's fouled back. It's 1-2. Now I moved down a rung on my on the bleachers here so I can see the field a little better, and well, I think half my body is getting burnt. It's all right. The 1-2's grounded over to the shortstop. Kirkpatrick picks it up. The high throw to first. Is it in time? No, it's not.
He tagged him.
The tag must have been a little late as Clemens beat it out in the throw to first. They're going to say it's an error on the shortstop Kirkpatrick. A high throw into first.
Number 8, third baseman, Sundiana Anderson.
Excuse my just paper rustling over here. I'm trying to keep all of them from not blowing away. You know, it's a ton of headache for me with all this wind blowing in. Well, righty on righty for Sundiana Anderson. Runner goes at first. Pitch is called a ball, throw into second. In time, wow! Nice tag from the second baseman, Lundy. Guns down. Clemens just on cue. There's one gone. We return. It's a 1-0 count now to the right-handed Sundiata Anderson. Clemens just got thrown out trying to take second. The 1-0. Fastball way wide, ball 2. I can barely talk about these teams before action continues to happen. Clemens, who was thrown out now for the 3rd time this season. He only has 4 bags stolen on the year. The 2-0. That one's flown out to right center field. Babick, the center fielder, coming in. Wind blowing the ball in, and Babick reads it well. There's 2 away. Looked like that may run farther and farther into the center field grass, but Babick was able to run it down in time. There's now 2 away.
Right fielder, Daniel Butts.
Well, now it's big old Daniel Butts digging in for the first time today. The righty, as I said yesterday, has 2 modes, power or strikeout. Butts went 0 for 3 with a strikeout yesterday. He has 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Along with that, 21 strikeouts. First pitch, he flies to the right side in foul territory. It'll go out of play. It's 0-1 in this right-handed showdown. Butts getting the nod today in right field. It's 0-1. Curveball misses wide. Ball 1. One and 1 from Bozard. Fastball wide again, ball 2. Seems like when Bozard misses, he's missing outside here against these right-handed airport hitters. The 2-1. That one's grounded through the left side of the infield into left for a base knock. The 2-out single for Butts gives him his first hit of the Classic.
Up for the Eagles, number 14, designated hitter, Matthew.
Well, now it's up to Matthew Perry, the DH, to try to turn the lineup over to the talented top of the order. Matthew Perry in the DH spot. He went 0 for 2 with a walk yesterday. A lefty here to end the lineup with Butts over at first. Bozard fires. Beautiful fastball right down Broadway, strike 1. I don't think I realized I was getting burnt until just now because of all the wind that's coming in. I had to find some sunscreen between innings. Low and 1. That ball is flown out to shallow center field. Going back to shortstop Kirkpatrick. He'll range behind second base and make the play, and that will do it in the side. A 2-out single for Butts leaves him at first. The Eagles have put some runners on, but have yet to capitalize. We're going to move to the 3rd here, but before we do that, I'm going to put some background music on. And we're going to talk about our sponsors here for the Forest Acres Classic. Coach Chris Dorsey has been sponsoring us right here on Definite Fiction for the last 2 years. We could not be more thankful for him. So why don't we talk about the 2 companies he owns? Well, one company in one just group of gentlemen. That group of gentlemen is the Richland 215 Legion team. If you're a Skyhawk fan, listen up. We talked a lot about this yesterday, so I know you don't want my whole spiel. If you're an airport fan, if you want to hear why you should play Legion, go watch our game between Hammond and AC Flora. You get to see a pretty cool triple play as well as the interview as well. So, we talk about why to play Legion, and I promise you Coach Dorsey is going to make you run through a wall. Legion is one of the most competitive and just makes you one of the most tightly knit groups of people in the state. You get to play summer ball with some of your best friends against some of the best competition for free. How about that? Hammond, go hit that QR code on your screen. Airport, you are zoned for West Columbia. Go sign up for Legion today. It's one of the best things you could do to spend your summer and play some great baseball. On the other flip side, Coach Dorsey, his day job, he's one of the 2 owners of the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. This is for you too, Airport, so listen up. All dumpster companies, what they'll do is they're going to bring you a dumpster. You're going to fill it up and they'll take it away. It's so simple and easy. Go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany.com or call the number 803-783-6834 to see how you can book your dumpster today. All right, Bryce Jalop's almost done warming up, but I'll be right back here as we're set to begin the 3rd.
Off the top of the 3rd.
All right, after that short break, we are back here. Falcon Field, it's Airport and Hammond. Scoreless going to 3 in game number 7 in the Forest Acres Classic, the 20th anniversary of the Forest Acres Classic. Wind picking back up as the senior right-hander comes to the bump. He'll get 7, 8, and 9. First pitch is flown foul in this right-handed showdown. Leading it off for the Skyhawks is Jackson Bozard, the man on the hill for Hammond. 0-1. Called strike 2. That sidearm release catches the outside part of the zone against Bozard. So far, it's been all Bryce Gillette when he comes out. 6 up, 6 down here in the Skyhawk lineup. The 0-2. That ball's popped to the right side. It will get out of play foul as both Seitler, the catcher, and Jeffcoat kind of take a look. I feel like every time Bryce Gillette comes out into the hill, I really don't get to talk about him just because of how quickly he works and how quickly he's set down this Hammond lineup. It's 0-2. Gillette fires. Elevated heater, misses upstairs, ball 1. Gillette, this is his first appearance in over a week. He got the win against Westwood where he gave up 1 earned run over 3 innings pitched. The 1-2 from Gillette. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Foul tipped into the glove for Bozard. It's Gillette's first punch out and first out here in the 3rd. Excuse me, my bad. I'm pressing the wrong buttons all over the place today. That may be my way of saying I'm a little tired.
Number 27, left fielder Jackson Wait.
Well, the left-handed Jackson Wait will dig in for the first time this afternoon. Gillette, the right-hander, comes home. Swung on and missed the first pitch. Fastball low. It's 0-1 here. Wait coming off an over 2 performance yesterday. He rolls one over to the second baseman, Dunlap. Dunlap fields it on the hop, fires quickly to first, and there's 2 away. Two up, 2 down, just like that, as Gillette has retired now the first 8 batters here in the Hammond order. It'll be Preston Springs as the 9th batter in the order. See if he can get on. Springs, the right fielder, was 1 for 1, but had the big knock for Hammond, a bases clearing 3 RBI double. Back against AC Flora. The left-hander watches one stay wide. It's ball 1 from the right-hander. Wind really blowing in from center field. Now the 1-0 is called strike 1. Changeup on the inside part of the zone. Hammond in search of a base runner here. The 1-1. That ball's grounded to the right side, and that will find a hole for a base knock. Right on cue, Springs gets Hammond a 2-out single. This is the part of the order you didn't want to come up, because now Colt Babick is up here in the inning. Babick, one of the top freshmen, or excuse me, the top sophomores this class has to offer. He's been raking this year, hitting .500, getting on base over 60% of the time, and he has 5 homers to boot. This kid's done it all. Righty on, righty, man on first for Babick. The curveball misses way wide, ball 1, as Gillette starts his 2nd time through the order. Springs getting a pretty hefty lead off first, 6 stolen bags. He doesn't go there as the 1-0 fastball is called strike 1 on the outside part of the plate. We got 1s. Pick off back to first. Springs dives back safely. You want to move Springs in the scoring position for Babick, who hits .500 with runners in scoring position. He does go. The 1-1 is skips in low. It'll let Springs go to second easily, and right on cue, the clutchest hitter for the Skyhawks is up with a runner in scoring position. Count is 2-1, 2 gone here in the top of the 3rd. We're scoreless so far, but Hammond's trying to battle. The 2-1 fastball is blown right by Babick, a swing and a miss. It's now 2s. Two and 2 to Babick. He pops that one to the right side behind first base. Going back is Jeffcoat, but he runs out of room as the Gators of River Bluff watch on. You know, they're one of the teams that always shows up to watch. I mean, they were here pretty much since first pitch. Just wanted to get a look at the Skyhawks so they play tomorrow and get another look at this airport team. There's a team that loves to grow and learn, and they get the nightcap here against Flora. 2-2. Babick pops that one to the air to right field this time. It's going to be a tough run for Butts, who comes in. He'll call everyone off to the line. He misses it, the one-handed grab. A run will score as an error. Babick slides in the second. It's 1-0 Skyhawks. Butts came in. He called the second baseman Dunlap off, but just whiffed on the catch. Since he didn't touch it, it's technically ruled as a hit, so it's a double for Babick. Well, now, runner at second for Ben Kirkpatrick. 1-0 lead for the Skyhawks here in the top of the third, who, unlike yesterday, have now jumped out to an early lead against Airport. You know, it's kind of reverse. Airport jumped out to the lead against River Bluff. Hammond was the one who fell behind AC Flora, now rolls reversed here at the top of the third. It's a double for Babick. First pitch, fastball inside, ball one. Seitler has to look back at the runner at second as Babick was dancing a little too far off. Righty on righty, 1-0. Gillette comes home. That ball's chopped to the left side, foul for the third baseman, Anderson. Kirkpatrick hitting .310 with runners in scoring position. Yesterday would not do him any favors. He was 0 for 3. Now the right-handed senior has a 1-1 count. Gillette fires. The fastball stays wide. Ball 2. It's the top of the order for Airport when they come back up in the third. You know, Gillette wants to give them only a 1-run deficit. The 2-1. That one's golfed on the left field line, but it will hook foul. Kirkpatrick got ahead of the off speed and just missed it. We got twos here with 2 gone. There's a runner on second. It's a 1-0 lead now for the Skyhawks here in the top of the third. They're looking to punch their ticket potentially to a championship game on Thursday against one of Miller or Lexington. Both teams will have the chance to play on Thursday no matter what happens tomorrow, but only one team gets to play for that coveted Forest Acres Classic Championship. Two's on the way. Fastball way wide, skips away from Seitler. That allows Babick to reach third. Seitler tried to backhand that one in the left-handed box, and it skips by. It's now a full count with 2 gone. There's nobody on first or second, meaning it should be not too terrible if you let Kirkpatrick on, but then you got Puddin waiting on deck, so you probably don't want to do it. The payoff, that one's lined in the left field, coming on and dropping right in front of McCauley. Looked like he wanted to do everything he could to catch it, but it's an RBI single for Kirkpatrick and a 2-0 lead for the Skyhawks. Well, the 2-out rallies are the most fun, am I right? It's now 3 hits in the inning after Gillette went what looked to be 8 up, 8 down. Now it's Jack Croft, a.k.a. Puddin. Righty on, righty 2 gone. Gillette will look back at first as Kirkpatrick dives back safely. Kirkpatrick has 2 stolen bags this year. Gotta imagine they want to get him into scoring position for one of the best hitters on this team, the RBI leader, Jack Croft, a.k.a. Puddin. Ben Kirkpatrick goes. First pitch is fouled straight back. It's 0-1. Again, it's almost the exact opposite of what happened. It was a quick first 2 innings for both sides yesterday for Airport before Airport jumped out to the 2-0 lead against River Bluff. Then all of a sudden, you know, River Bluff scored 3 in the bottom half. The 0-1, that one's grounded on the right side. Diving stop from Jeffcoat. No, it gets by him. I thought he gloved it. Goes all the way to right field. Butts on the throw to third. It's just a tad late. Kirkpatrick sliding in safely. That's now the 4th straight 2-out hit. It will put runners at the corners here with 2 outs for the cleanup, Brewer Lamont. Well, Hammond has a real chance to attack this Airport team.
For the Hawks, number 3,
Bryce Gillette trying to work through trouble here in the third. Again, 8 up, 8 down to start the game. Then all of a sudden now, the last 4 headers have all reached base and all recorded a hit. Righty on righty, first pitch, fastball in tight. Gonna fake the throw down to second is Seitler, so that will give Croft an easy stolen bag. Wind still blowing in from right center field, and you know, Butts technically had a chance to end the inning on a pop-up from Babick as the 1-0. That one's grounded over to the shortstop, Epps. He eats it up. The throw to first is in time. Airport gets out of the jam, but not before Hammond strikes. A 2-0 lead for the Skyhawks here in the Forest Acres Classic. We'll be right back on Definite Fiction. Welcome back into Falcon Field. It is game number 3 on day 2 here in the Forest Acres Classic. Hammond has jumped out now to a 2-0 lead after pushing 2 across in the top half of the third. Now the bottom of the third comes up, and we'll see if this Airport team can respond. It's top of the order. Leading off is Hunter Epps. Epps drew a walk to lead off the game. Now he comes up here to lead off the third, trailing by 2. Ready on ready, Bozard comes back to the hill. The ace for the Skyhawks now has a 2-run advantage. Looks like time is called. I think something's going on with the gear for Owen Smith. We saw this actually with Cardinal Newman earlier today when Rylan Knudsen was having some trouble with his catching gear. Now it looks like Smith is working potentially on one of the shin protectors. For Knudsen, it was his chest protector. All seems well, and we're ready to rock and roll here in the third. Epps steps in. Skyhawks looking to protect the 2-0 lead. Bozard will wheel and deal. The first pitch is chopped foul to the left side into the cage that's now around the dugouts here at Falcon Field. Jeff and I were laughing. We were only wondering why those were put in because they got put in without us knowing in the last week. 0-1. Off speed, that's popped straight back foul towards me. Foul just a little behind my bleachers. It'll be 0-2. Epps comes into today hitting .362, 8 RBIs, 5 doubles. He's the 0-2. He's not 0 for 2. The 0-2 fastball misses upstairs. It's ball 1. The 1-2. Swung on and missed in the dirt, strike 3. It's gloved. It'll go down to first, and that will do it. A punch out for Bozard to begin the third. Nobody on now for Braden Dunlap. Dunlap flew out to the center fielder his first go around.
Number 1, second baseman Braden Dunlap.
A left-hander in the lineup after the right-handed Epps was retired. Bozard will wheel and deal, the righty on the bump. Fires a fastball in tight, ball 1. The 1-0. Fastball is wide, ball 2. The 2-0. Fastball hits Dunlap on the foot. Looks like he's all right, though. Probably top of the foot from how well he's taking it. That will allow the base runner to reach here for Airport in the third with 1 out. Well, Dunlap, who was 4 for his last 13, gets on base now for the second time, not swinging the bat in that stretch. And now it's Bryce Gillette, who's recorded his 7th double of the season. Righty on righty, 1 gone, runner at first for the 3-hole Gillette. Bozard fires the curveball, called strike 1, low in the zone.
Batting number 12, Bryce Gillette.
Gillette just broke a tie with Gross for the team lead in doubles. He now has 7. The 0-1 swung and just tipped foul. It's 0-2. Gillette has come in scorching hot, 6 of his last 16. Now a double, a triple, and 2 RBIs. The senior trying to get Airport back with even, or maybe just back in the game. The 0-2 heater stays wide. It's ball 1.
Go Jackson! Go Jackson!
After Gillette, it's Landon Jeffcoat waiting on deck. Bozard trying to get one of the best hitters in the lineup out. He does just that. Swing and a miss to a curveball. Second strikeout of the inning, and there's 2 away. Bozard been brilliant. He's had problem with command sometimes, but right now he's not showing it. 3 strikeouts compared to 1 walk as now the cleanup Landon Jeffcoat comes in. The right-handed first baseman versus the right-handed pitcher with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bozard fires. The fastball is wide, ball 1. The 1-0. That fastball is lifted into left center field. Long run for the center fielder, Babick. He'll have room and make the play in left center, and that'll do it. Only 1 out hit by pitches, left stranded at first. Bozard looking solid as ever. It's a 2-0 Skyhawk lead as we go to the 4th, right here on Definite Fiction. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. We're in the midway point in this game, top of the 4th inning. The Eagles trail the Skyhawks 2-0 as Hammond trying to add that lead. It was a big 3rd inning for Hammond, who pushed 2 across off 4 hits. Now the right-handed senior comes back to the bump, throws 1 wide, or in tight, excuse me. It's ball 1 here. It's the middle of the order, leading it off, Worth Lundy. The 1-0. Called strike 1, fastball low in the zone. The 1-1 from Gillette. That ball's lifted into left field, popped in deep left. McCauley ranging back toward the wall, and he's got room, and he bobbles it and drops it. That one will be ruled as an error, the 2nd outfield drop. The wind is a killer today. We've seen it earlier in both the first 2 games, and now it's really playing a factor here as it's the 2nd time Airport's dropped a fly ball.
Up for the Hawks.
Well, an error allows Lundy to go to 2nd. Now it's James Lay. Looked like McCauley had room, and he just couldn't come up with the catch. Kind of a juggling act where he thought he may or may not come down with it. It was about 50-50. Well, Lave comes up in first pitch. He pops into shallow right field. All three players converging, but it's the second baseman Dunlap who makes the grab and delivers a strong throw to third from the right field line. There's one away. Well, we really can't talk about Lay before he pops out to the second baseman. There's now one away for Jackson Bozard, the pitcher for the Skyhawks.
Stepping to the box, the pitcher, number 12, Jackson Bozard.
Bozard went down swinging his first go-around. It's the only strikeout Bryce Gillette has collected here. Righty on righty, first pitch is rolled over to the third baseman, gets over Anderson. A diving attempt from Epps will keep the runner at second. The throw into second, not in time. It's an infield single for Bozard, but an impressive play by the shortstop Epps to keep the runner Lundy at second. That one will be ruled as a hit. It's now the fifth hit for the Skyhawks, who are out hitting the Eagles at Airport here.
Running for the pitcher, number 17, Everett Edens.
Everett Edens will come in to courtesy run for the pitcher.
At the plate, number 27, left fielder Jackson Waite.
So Jackson Waite, he grounded out his first go-around. Now he comes up with runners at first and second with only one out. Skyhawks have a chance to jump all over one of the top teams in 4A for the second straight day. Showing bunt was Waite. He misses that one. It's into the right-handed box. The lefty watches it go. It's 1-0. Well, you see Flora ranked by DP as the number 2 ranked team in 4A. Airport's number 5. A team that came in unranked in Skiza has a chance to beat 2 of them in this 2 days. The one-and-do pitch is wide. Ball 2. Just like that. Hammond's got a threat and something to back it as now Gillette falls behind. There's some action over there in the Eagle bullpen. Trying to labor here through the top of the 4th. The 2-0 from Gillette. Swung on and missed. Looks like a two-seam fastball with a lot of movement, a gyro if you will. It's 2-1. The 2-1. Gillette fires wide. It misses. Ball 3. Waiting on deck is the 9-hole Preston Springs, who has played like anything but a 9-hole these last couple days. He is 2 for 2, and time is called a late time from Waite in the box, but Springs is 2 for 2 with 4 RBIs so far in the Classic. It's a 3-1 count, 1 gone. Top of the 4th, 2-0 lead for Hammond. They have runners at first and second here against Gillette. The right-hander fires. Called strike 2. Fastball paints the outside part of the zone, and we got a full count here. The USC Union commit on the hill for his fielding. Looking to try to work through the 4th. The payoff, not even close. Way wide, ball 4. That'll load him up for Springs. Now we'll bring Coach Bradwell to talk to Gillette. That's the first walk Gillette has allowed so far today. I'll step away as the pitching visit will be taken in by Coach Bradwell. After a long talk, the head skipper will head back to the dugout, keeping Bryce Gillette out there.
Right fielder.
Bradwell in his 4th season for Airport, 72% win percentage. He knows what he's doing. As the corner infielders come in for Springs, who pops the first pitch straight back. It's 0-1. Well, this is the same situation Springs was in yesterday against AC Flora. He found the right center field gap for a bases clearing double that at the time gave the Skyhawks the lead. AC Flora would eventually tie it, but then Hammond would retake it later in the 6th. Lefty at the dish, the right-hander on the mound. Gillette steps off and looks all 3 runners back. You got Lundy at 3rd. Edens, courtesy running for Bozard at second and Wade at first. And now Seitler will come out and talk to his right-handed flamethrower. Gillette has now allowed 6 earned runs in 22 innings pitched. He's yet to record a loss, but right now he's trying to avoid some trouble here after he allowed only his 5th walk of the season just now to Jackson Waite. 0-1. Gillette fires. Fastball misses a tad outside. It's 1-1. One's on the way. That ball grounded hard to the second baseman, could be 2. Dunlap to Heps to second, on to first. 4-6-3 double play, side retired. Dunlap, Epps, Jeffcoat gets out of the bases loaded Jim, and that will do it. Hammond leaves him loaded as we go to the bottom of the 4th when we return. Welcome back to beautiful Forest Acres, South Carolina. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th inning here. Airport and Bryce Gillette had the bases loaded against them. And a 4-6-3 double play for the Eagles got them out of the jam. Now they're still trailing 2-0, but they have to try to crack this code that Bozard has given them. Bozard has been brilliant so far today, allowing only 2 hits. And right now, 0 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. First pitch foul tipped back into the glove, the heater. It's 0-1 to the catcher, Justin Seitler. Seitler ended the 1st inning with a fly out to right field. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses wide, ball 1. You know, Seitler had one of the few plays that was flown out to the outfield today. However, Hammond has not yet been really messed up by the wind too much. The 1-1. Fastball low and away, ball 2. On the other hand, both runs, well, really are contributed to the misplay in right by Butts. Luckily, McCauley is off the hook after he had an error in left. The 2-1 is popped, towering shot, foul grounds out of play in a hurry. 2-2 the count, righty on righty. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the 4th. A 2-0 lead for the Skyhawks as Airport looking to rebound here and get back into this one. 2's on the way from Bozard. That one's rolled over to the 3rd baseman. The sure-gloved Croft makes the play easy. There's 1 away. My phone, oh no, that was just my stapler. It's not that important. I already stapled everything together. Well, there's 1 away now for the 6-hole Isaiah Clemens. Clemens reached off of the air from the shortstop Ben Kirkpatrick. It was a high throw. However, he was thrown out trying to take second. Righty on righty, first pitch misses wide, ball 1, a heater. The 1-0 from Bozard. Fastball wide, ball 2. Well, Bozard in his last outing, again, gave up 0 earned runs. So far, he's doing the exact same thing here. The 2-0. Skips in, another heater, it's ball 3. Well, you don't want to put any runners on for the Eagles. You know, this team can set the table very well. They average over 6 runs a game. As the 3-0 comes home, called strike 1. The changeup hits the outside part of the plate. Hammond, meanwhile, giving up around 4.5 runs per game. So 9-2. The 3-1, high and inside, ball 4. Clemens will reach first for the second time today. It's a one-out walk, the second one that Bozard's allowed.
Number 8, third baseman, Sundiata Anderson.
And now it's Sundiata Anderson up for the second time today. Anderson flew out to the center fielder Babic his first go-around. He's got a runner on first, same situation, almost exactly, minus the out number 1. Bozard throws back to first. Clemens dives back safely. Again, Clemens did try to steal a second. Last time he was at first, a couple innings ago, he was thrown out by Owen Smith behind the dish. First pitch to Anderson, swung on and missed. A curveball for strike 1. Anderson has been playing more and more as of late. Trying to become a big part of this Airport lineup as pickoff back to first, not in time. Clemens dives back safely. Anderson was 0 for 3 yesterday, but he's 3 for 12 on the season with a ribby. Trying to set the table for the bottom half of the order and potentially the top. It's 0-1. Bozard fires the off speed, stays high and inside. It's ball 1. Of course, after this game, the nightcap, it's River Bluff AC Flora to end off what's been a fun day of baseball here at the Forest Acres Classic. The 1-1 fires home. Fastball is wide, ball 2. Of course, Airport will be playing the hosting Falcons tomorrow night. Hammond will be back here at 2 p.m. to face the Gators, who are standing over on the right field wall watching this game thoroughly. The 2-1. Fastball called, strike 2 on the outer third of the zone. Bozard's been dotting up the outside part of the plate here against Airport. We'll see what he does right here with a 2-2 count and 1 out. The right-hander out of the stretch comes home. The curveball upstairs, ball 3, and then he'll fill her up. 3-2, 1 gone. Runner at first here for the Eagles as Sundiata Anderson, the right-handed third baseman, trying to get something going here for Airport in the bottom of the 4th inning. Bozard, before we get to another pitch, he will pick off at first. Clemens dives back safely, not wanting to make the same mistake as last time. The Falcons of AC Flora have started to gather as well. They're sitting behind what their usual dugout is on the right side. The payoff. That fastball is lifted into center field, but right at Babic. He'll go to his right and make the play. There's 2 away. A good battle between Anderson and Bozard goes in favor of Bozard. Now there's 2 away for the hulking Daniel Butts.
Number 22, Daniel Butts.
Butts singled through the right side of the infield his first go-around. Now the right-hander trying to set the table yet again for the bottom and top of the order. Runner on first, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 4th. Bozard to Butts. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball hits the dirt. It's strike 1. Pickoff back to first. Bozard, no shot to get Clemens, who's been staying very close to the bag after getting caught stealing second. 2-0 lead for the Skyhawks. Airport still within striking distance, but you don't want to give the Skyhawks too much room. The 0-1. Curveball wide, ball 1. It's 1-1. Well, Bozard making his 9th appearance. Usually he's a mixture of a starter and a closer. He'll go around 5 innings-ish, maybe a little less, but trying to give the Skyhawks some important innings here at the Forest Acres Classic. The 1-in runs rolled over to the shortstop, Kirkpatrick. Throws on to second, and that will retire the side. Bozard looking dominant here today. Only 2 hits allowed. Excuse me, no runner past second since that first inning. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Falcon Field. We're set to begin the top of the 5th inning. Skyhawks lead the Eagles 2-0 as Bryce Gillette returns to the bump. Cole Babbitt at the plate takes low for ball 1. Righty on righty, 1-0. The right-hander fires. That's lined through the left side of the infield for a base knock for Babbitt. That's his technical second hit of the day and gives the Skyhawks a chance to increase their lead. Well, it's the top of the Skyhawk order. They had a 2-0 lead. That goes back to the 3rd. This was really the part of the order that did it. Ben Kirkpatrick, he singled back in that 3rd. I think that brought home a run if I'm not mistaken. Runner goes, first pitch called, ball to throw into second. Not in time, Epps almost laid a brilliant tag coming across from short. However, the throw is just right enough of the second base bag to make there no play for Epps. It's called a ball, so it's 1-0 here to Kirkpatrick. Hammond trying to jump all over the Eagles here as they threaten the last couple innings. The 1-0 swung on and missed, or no, fouled, excuse me. Looked like it was a chunked, I guess, to the left side in the way, if you get my golf reference. Gillette not one to usually work long in these games, but with this tournament, you've got to push your pitchers a little farther than usual. You know, the Forest Acres Classic requires 4 days of baseball for any hopeful championship teams, which of course both of these still are, meaning you want to push your starters as long as possible. The 1-1's high flown into left field. McCauley should have room. He makes the one-handed grab for out number 1, and a strong throw in will keep Babbitt at second. This time McCauley makes up for the error he had earlier. There's now one away for Puddin' Jack Croft. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out, and a stolen base to boot. The sure-handed third baseman. A 2-1-5er, if you will, of course. One of our sponsors here. He steps in righty on righty. First pitch to Puddin'. Chopped over to the shortstop Epps. Looks back, Babbitt at second, throws back the runner at first. The throw down to third, Babbitt trying to slide. Did he get him? He's off the bag, he's out! Babbitt successfully slid her on the tag at first, but his hand came off the bag, and Anderson with a beautiful job to keep it on. Gets the third out, and that'll do it. The conventional 6-3-5 double play to end the inning. And before we go anywhere, let's talk about our sponsors. What a inning-ending double play right there. 6-3-5, of course, does it all. All right, well, of course, you guys know the drill. We talk about our sponsors as much as we can because we are so thankful for them for sponsoring Definite Fiction right here on the Forest Acres Classic these last 2 years. First and foremost, the Big Red Box Dumpster Company. They're an all-inclusive dumpster company that will help you guys with whatever waste management you need to have. They'll bring a dumpster to you, you fill it up, and they'll take it away. How about that? Go to www.bigredboxdumpstercompany today or call 803-783-6834 to learn how you can book your dumpster when you contact Chris Dorsey. Chris Dorsey is also the skipper and leader of the Richland 215 Legion team, a team that was started 4 years ago with, the intention for Chris Dorsey to find a hobby with his kids going off to college. What it's turned into is so much more. The 215 Legion team is a way for kids to play competitive baseball all summer long against some of the best talent in the state, build friendships, and Coach Dorsey said we're not just trying to build better baseball players, which of course is what they're doing as well with all the top tier coaching they have, including former D1 players, former MLB players, minor league players. They're also trying to build better people as well. So hit that QR code if you're a Hammond fan, if you're Airport, go sign up. You're a part of the West Columbia region. There's no reason for you not to play Legion. It's got everything you want. All right, we ran through all of those, and now we are back here to action after a nice little 6-3-5 inning double play. Airport coming back up with some momentum, trying to get some sparks into their bats. They've been held to only 2 hits today. Haven't had a hit since back in the second. First pitch to the left-handed Matthew Perry is high and away, ball 1. The right-handed Bozard back to the hill. The 1-0 is called strike 1. Fastball up in the zone. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses low. It's ball 2. Anderson trying to flip the lineup over in the 9-hole. He chops that one high, chopper to the first baseman, Lamont. He has to glove it, make the quick flip to first, who's covering as Bozard heads up play from the pitcher. There's one away. You know, a lot of players usually may think, you know, that's all the first baseman. Bozard made the cover at first, gave Lamont the option to flip it, and he did. Now there's one away for the top of the order, Hunter Epps. Trying to flip the first letter of the names. Well, Hunter Epps will come up here for the third time today. He's 0 for 1. He struck out swinging and walked in his 2 plate appearances thus far. He takes a curveball away in this right-handed showdown. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Fastball on the ground hard to Croft. He can't come up with it cleanly. That's going to skip into the infield, and that will be an error on Croft. Got to be wondering where Charlie Scott is right now, wondering how that didn't happen to him, as Croft made a beautiful backhand sliding catch to rob Scott of extra bases. There, it's an E5. Well, Airport has the tying run at the plate. It's now Braden Dunlap with 1 out. First pitch to Dunlap is low. It's ball 1. Croft had to try to come in, and it's always hard to read those bounces, and Croft tried to get it on the low bounce. He couldn't come up with it, and he pays for it. The 1-0, that one's flown down the right field line, but it will hook foul. Another time where the Airport Eagles are ahead of a curveball. It seemed like that was all that Lexington was doing today, just jumping all over the curveballs from Cardinal Newman. However, it wasn't until Cromer drove one out of the left center field gap. Well, drove one over the left center field wall, I might really say, was where they really finally got on top of one. Before we go to the 1-1, it's a pickoff at first where Hunter Epps was barely off the bag, so he'll stand back in safely. Dunlap today is 0 for 1. He's flown out and been hit by a pitch today. The 1-1. Curveball up and away, ball 2. Again, the Skyhawks trying to roll with their ace, Bozard. No one up in the bullpen yet. Airport's been stretching and throwing someone for a couple of innings for Gillette. 2-1 to the lefty. Fastball wide, ball 3. Well, this is the danger zone. You do not want to give 2 on to the man on deck, Bryce Gillette. One of the top hitters on this team, but of course, what really stands out is hitting .431 with runners in scoring position. The 3-1 heater stays upstairs. It's a 5-pitch walk that gives Bryce Gillette that opportunity.
Step to the plate for the Eagles. Number 12.
Well, Bozard, that's now the 3rd walk he's allowed. This is a big time play for Airport. You got the top of the order up, 1 out, runners at first and second. For the best hitter in the lineup, the senior committed to USC Union, Bryce Gillette. Gillette will call time, step out of home. And now he'll step back in. Righty on righty, 1 away. Bozard working out of the stretch. Comes set and comes home. The first pitch is a curveball that misses wide, ball 1. Gillette only allowed 2 earned runs today on the hill. Usually you like that from your starter. Right now, Bozart's just out-dueling him. He has a 0 in the earned run category. Win really coming in from left center. The 1-0, fastball's low and away, ball 2. It's been a windy day here at Falcon Field. It's impacted a lot of fly balls. If nonetheless, Gillette just probably wants to at least shoot one into the outfield, see what can happen. Epps at second, Dunlap at first. Bozard will step off as he's behind 2-0. Now Bozard will step back on and come set in his closed position. He'll fire home the 2-0. Fastball wide, it's 3-0. That's now the 7th of 8 balls thrown that have been outside the zone for Bozard. He's got to find it here. Don't want to give free passage to Gillette and load the bases. The 3-0. Fastball called, strike one in the outside part of the zone. Exactly what Bozard needed. A good pitch that Gillette couldn't shoot anywhere. It's 3-1. Bozard fires. The fastball wide, ball 4. Close play goes in favor of the Eagles. That'll load him up here for the cleanup, Landon Jeffcoat.
Stepping to the plate.
I was talking to Landon's dad earlier. He was telling me about how his son grew up playing for this team, how his travel ball team was undefeated for 3 straight years. Now Jeffcoat has a chance to deliver a big-time base knock, potentially even one that gives Airport the lead. Courtesy runner is Charlie Jackson. He'll take over at first for Bryce Gillette. Bases juiced, 1 gone. First pitch home, fastball up and in, ball 1. After back-to-back walks, Airport's loaded the bases. Bozard cannot allow any more free passages. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Jeffcoat was looking for the fences there. He swung through the heater. It's 1-1. That is a home run swing if I've ever seen it, I might add. It's 1-1. Bozard fires the off speed. That one's popped into the air to the right side. Lamont, the first baseman, in the foul ground near the Airport dugout, has it. There's 2 away. Well, Bozard, that's one of the 2 he needs. Now he has to go through the catcher, Justin Seitler.
The catcher, number 16, Justin Seitler.
Seitler 0 for 2 today. Righty on righty, bases juiced. 2-0 lead for the Skyhawks here in the bottom of the 5th. This feels like a play I'm about to star in my score sheet no matter what happens. Bozard fires the curveball, misses wide, ball 1. Hammond fans unhappy with the call. A little offset again to the left. I wasn't really able to see. It was really close either way. The 1-0. Fastball called, strike 1. That one around the same longitude. There we go. Right, where we go. I promise I went to school. Same longitude, not the same latitude as the last pitch. The 1-1. That breaking ball missed way wide, ball 2. Not a bad pitch from Bozard, trying to get a swing and a miss, but now he falls behind 2-1. Seitler has 15 RBIs. Trying to produce right here for the Eagles. The 2-1. Fastball upstairs, ball 3. Nowhere to put him. Bases juiced, 2 gone. It's 2-0 lead for Hammond. Justin Seitler versus Jackson Bozard. Bozard will come set. Looks ups at 30, comes home. The 3-1 is chopped over to the third base side. Puddin tries to hold it. They're going to call it foul. Well, that will be strike number 2 after the foul. It'll be 3-2, 2 gone. Bases juiced, the merry-go-round will be in motion. 2-0 lead for Hammond. Very much in jeopardy here. Airport has their biggest threat since the first inning. Bozard's size comes home, the payoff. That one's driven in the left field, going back his weight. He's got room and will make the one-handed grab, side retired. Seitler gave it a ride, just not enough. Airport now leaves them loaded here as they trail 2-0. We're going to the 6th inning right here on Definite Fiction. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. A 2-0 lead for Hammond is taken into the 6th inning. Hammond jumped out in the 3rd after a single from Springs, an error that was not an error, it was just a misplay by Butts in right. And of course a single by Kirkpatrick. That is where all the runs have come. And Hammond's done a great job so far. Gillette's done another great job. The first pitch is fouled back from Brewer Lamont. Righty on righty, it's 0-1. Last time we saw this Airport team on the diamond, it was one of the best plays you're gonna see. Ground out to Epps at short, he throws it to first to Jeffcoat. Then Babbitt tries to take 3rd. Jeffcoat to Anderson, who Babbitt had one of the best slides you'll ever see as well. Swum around the tag, however his hand came off the bag. Anderson with a great tag, got him out. That's how that inning ended last time. Now the 0-1 in tight ball one, and for the first time today, the Hammond has some action in their bullpen. For most of the day, and I mean, not most, for all the day, it has been only Bozard. 1-1 called, strike 2 on the outside edge, a fastball. It's Campbell Conley, the sophomore, getting warm in the Hammond pen. The 1-2 is tipped foul, and we'll do it one more time. Due up this inning here for the Eagles, it's Lamont, Lundy, and Lay. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6. So far, they're combined 0-6 today against Gillette. It seems like Coach Bradwell has someone ready and waiting in the bullpen just in case Gillette gets into some danger here. The right-hander no longer has his sunglasses on. The sidearm comes home. The 1-2 off speed misses inside. It's now 2-2. Two's on the way. That one's chopped over the pitcher's mound. Epps, the shortstop, waits on it. Strong throw to first is in time. 1 away. Even though Epps is a day off of pitching, arm strength wouldn't tell you that. That was a bullet across the diamond. Hunter Epps, one of the smoothest shortstops I've seen play. Makes every play look so routine, all in one fluid motion. Well, it's now the second baseman for the Skyhawks up to the dish, Worth Lundy. Righty on righty, one gone, Gillette comes home. Fastball wide, ball 1. Something also to note, Gillette's been around the same miles per hour on his heater the whole day. Low 70s, but 72 to 75 nonetheless. He's able to keep that velocity up. The 1-0 is called, strike 1. The heater touches the outside part of the zone. The 1-1. Called strike 2, heater up around the knees, catches the low part of the zone in the inner 3rd. Worth reached on the air back in the 4th. He's also flown out to center. The 1-2 he awaits, and it delivered behind Lundy. Lundy had to tuck his body in to make sure he did not get hit. Now 2-2, the count with 1 gone. Here in the top of the 6th, Hammond with a 2-0 lead over one of the top teams in 4A. The 2-2 is tapped foul, and we'll do it one more time. According to Prep Baseball, this Airport team ranks number 17 in the state, number 4 in 4A. Flora around the same ranking as Airport, what I could have dubbed tomorrow as a potential 4A state championship kind of foreshadow. As the 2-2 is swung on and missed, changeup on the inside part of the plate. It's Gillette's first strikeout since all the way back a couple innings ago, if I can find it. Where did I put it? Oh, there we go, back in the 3rd, just missed it. There we go. First strikeout all the way back in the 3rd, and now there's 2 away. Either way, Hammond has beat AC Flora, and no matter what happens in the last 2 innings, as the first pitch to the right-hander, Lay is called strike 1, fastball in the inner 3rd. No matter what happens, Hammond is proving themselves to be a potential contender in the Skiza playoffs upcoming. The 0-1 is called strike 2. Or excuse me, I think it's 1-1. I'm missing a pitch either way. Scoreboard is also missing a pitch. We'll roll with it. Oh, it is, okay, so now it's 1-2. That pitch missed low, it's like a slide piece. So it's 1-2, considering I knew that, considering the whole Airport team thought it was strike 3 and shifted off the field. Context clues do help. The 1-2. Fastball misses wide, it's now 2-2. Lay is popped out and grounded out today. He went 3 for 3 in the win against AC Flora last night. 2-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Outside heater. Back-to-back strikeouts for Gillette. Gets the Airport Eagles back to the plate where they trail by 2. We're heading to a conclusion here at Falcon Field. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here to Falcon Field. It's game number 3 in day 2 of the Forest Acres Classic, and we have a classic on our hands right here. Pitcher's duel that is going the distance. However, for one, his day is done. Jackson Bozard, 5 scoreless innings of only 2 hit baseball, 3 strikeouts, 4 walks. The right-hander has put his team in a position to win and turns it to the sophomore, Campbell Conley. The hulking righty comes home and he misses wide with the changeup, I think. It's ball 1. Well, got to give Bozard the credit. He's put his team in position to take this game. Now he turns to Conley. He throws low. It's ball 2. Conley making his 4th appearance has given up 2 earned runs in 4 2/3. The 2-0 from Conley. Change up low yet again. It's 3-0. Well, after Airport left him loaded, it's the middle of the order. 6, 7, 8 due up this inning, including Clemens, Anderson, and Butts. Count is 3-0. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the 6th. Showing Butt now. Called strike 1. Fastball touches the inside part of the plate against Clemens. It'll be 3-1. The last time Conley pitched was against Heathwood Hall on the 4th as the 3-1 fires. Fastball wide. It's a 5-pitch walk to Clemens, and the tying run will come back to the plate for Airport with nobody out.
Coming to the plate, number 8, third baseman, Sundiata Anderson.
Clemens reaches for the 3rd time today. 2nd walk of his day, and now Sundiata Anderson comes up, who's flown out to center field twice. Conley trying to settle in the young sophomore. First pitch is the curveball upstairs, ball 1. It's exactly what Hammond did yesterday. They had Painter go 4 innings, but before turning it over to another one of their players, Will Freight, the junior. He closed it down, delivered 3 innings of scoreless baseball for the Skyhawks. The 1-0 is low, ball 2. Campbell has thrown now 6 balls out of 7 pitches. Gonna have to find the strike zone here as Airport. Very tough team once they get rolling. The 2-0. Called strike 1. Breaking ball hits the outside part of the zone against the right-hander. Airport usually scoring over 6 runs a game. Right now, they've been held scoreless through 5 innings. Conley fires. The 2-1 is smoked out to left field. Long run for Waite. He looks up and it's off the wall. It'll be down for extra bases. Coming around third is Clemmings getting the windmill. The relay throw to the plate. Not in time. Now trying to take third is Anderson. He's gunned out by a mile. But it is an RBI double for Airport. 2-1 ball game. A little over aggressive for Sundiata Anderson, looking for 3.
Good job, Owen!
So Airport strikes back, but they do have the first out of the inning at third. What a big play. That ball was just torched to left field. Wade had to just wait for it to hit the wall, no pun intended. It eventually did come down. The speed of Clemens got home, but Anderson trying to take third was gunned down. Nice play from Smith to Croft. Now there's one away for Daniel Butts. Righty on righty, Conley fires, swung on and missed. Strike 1. Well, all it took was 2 batters for the Eagles to break out of the scoreless streak they had. It's 0-1 now. Conley fires. Butts taps out to the third base side. Croft in fair territory. The third baseman clears at the high throw. Not in time. He didn't tag him. The second error from Jack Croft here today puts the tying runs on the base paths. Cue in Charlie Scott yet again, wondering where that was yesterday. It's the second error of the day for Croft. Another throw to first. Now it's the bottom of the order, Matthew Perry. And this may be pitch runner territory for the Eagles. Well, you know, as I've called it all day, a stunner, a shocker, and everything. As Hammond, everyone coming in thought it was AC Flora's kind of game to get going. They beat the Flow Falcons. I can firmly say this is where they belong. This team is way better than losing back-to-back games against Cardinal Newman. Should have at least split this series with how good both of those teams are. And right now they're looking to try to knock off another top team in 4A. Of course, they still got a long way to go, a full inning and a half of baseball. They lead it 2-1 as Airport brings Matthew Perry, the go-ahead runner, to the dish. Righty on lefty. 1 out, first pitch, called strike 1. Beautiful breaking ball hits the lower part of the zone.
I mean, if the Scouts play on Thursday in the championship,
Oh, and 1 swung on and missed. Breaking ball away against the lefty. It's quickly 0-2.
You got it, Kevin Conley.
Courtesy running at first, is Cooper Chavis, running for Butts, who's not the fastest player, so I understand why they made the switch here, as he represents now the tying run. The 0-2. Breaking ball away, good eye from Perry. He stays alive. It'll be 1-2. So far today, Perry, Chavis at first. Perry is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out to the first baseman. He awaits the 1-2 as Conley fires. Runner goes. The curveball, high, ball 1. Ball 2, the throw to second. Not in time. Stolen back from Chavis. Tying run in scoring position as the top of the order looms on deck. If you're an Airport fan, you've got to wonder how big that first out of the inning was at third. Campbell Conley, the sophomore. It's already allowed 1 earned run. That will not be earned if Chavis comes home from second, though. It was from the air. The 2-2. That one driven into center field, but right at Babick. He'll stroll back a couple steps and make the grab. There's 2 away. Well, now top of the order. No bigger moment for Hunter Epps. Epps has reached base twice, none of them via swinging the bat for good. Epps reached on an error by Croft, the first one of his day, and he's walked. He's trying to find the hit column here with 2 gone, trailing by 1. It's the top of the order for the Eagles. Righty on righty, 2 away. Bottom of the 6th. Conley comes home, throws a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Airport after an RBI double that Anderson was thrown out trying to stretch it to 3. They're now back within 1. It's a 2-1 game. 2 gone, 1-0 the count. Hunter Epps committed to the USC Union for his pitching. Waits though, and 1, he waits back a high. Chopper to the first base side. It will be in foul ground. Lamont could not tiptoe the line. River Bluff and AC Flora await the game. as they start warming up that game. First pitch in around an hour and a half. Before we get there, Airport and Hammond trying to continue both of their hopes for a championship game on Thursday alive. It's really anyone's game. The 1-1. Curveball, that one smoked down the left field line. It's just foul. That got down to the corner. We'd have a tie ball game here, folks. Instead, it's 1-2. The sophomore who hasn't pitched in over 10 days, trying to work himself out of the jam here in the 6th. Tying runner on second, 1-2 the count. 2-1 lead for the Skyhawks here over Airport in game number 2 for the Forest Acres Classic for both of them. The 1-2. Curveball, that one's lined to the shortstop. Gloved by Kirkpatrick. A soft liner keeps the Skyhawks in front. It's now a 2-1 lead for him after the RBI double for the Eagles. We'll head to 7. Gonna be a fun one down the finish, folks. Welcome back to Falcon Field. A 2-1 game here enters the 7th inning. Of course, Airport continues to find themselves in these thrillers. Yesterday against River Bluff, they lost by 2, and now they trail Airport 2-1. But to get a chance, really, in the bottom half of the inning, Bryce Gillette's going to have to go through the order yet again. He comes back out to try to finish it off. It's 7, 8, and 9. Leading it off is going to be Will Freight. First pitch hit him. Well, Bryce Gillette, who doesn't usually work a full 7, hits the first batter he faces, Will Freight. So Hammond have a big-time insurance run now, standing at first with nobody out.
Number 27, Jackson Waite to the plate.
So now Jackson Waite will come up. Again, Will Freight will be at first. Yes, you heard that right. He was hit by a pitch. Now Gillette, his first one he's allowed. Righty on lefty. Waite shows bunt. He misses. It's all strike 1, excuse me. As Seitler was looking back the runner at first. So far today, Waite has walked and grounded out. Righty on lefty is the right-handed Gillette will now pick off at first. Freight dives back safely. Freight was using the pitcher yesterday over at first. He has 1 stolen bag, but he got the win against AC Flora last night. It's 0-1 here against Waite. Waite shows bunt. That one's put down the third base side. Gillette fields it to throw to second. Not in time as he came off the bag. A high throw that Epps couldn't hold it. An error on Gillette puts runners at first and second with nobody out for Preston Springs. Well, that's a good bunt by Waite, but not good enough as one of the best fielders here for the Airport Eagles fielded it cleanly and made a good throw to second, just a bit high of the short Epps. Now Airport really on their back foot now as it's 9, 1 is on deck and 2's in the hole. The first pitch, that one's lifted into the left center field. Clemens coming on, it can't run it down to the left center. McCauley fields it, the relay throw into third, not in time. 3 straight base runners for him, and they've loaded the bases with nobody out. A hit by pitch, an error, and a single now for Preston Springs. Brings up the most dangerous man in this lineup when it comes to producing just a hit. Colt Babbitt has been held in check today. A double, a single, and a flyout. That's in check for him if you get my drift. He hasn't allowed an RBI yet. Infield comes in for Airport, righty on righty. Gillette fires upstairs, ball 1. Babbitt looking for another signature hit here in the Forest Acres Classic. He drove in a runner at the end of the game against Flora yesterday. Now looking to add some insurance. The 1-0, that one smoked into right field. Going back his butts at the warning track. He reaches up and makes the play in deep right. It's going to be a good sacrifice fly. Runner at second, tags, goes to third. Babbitt does the job. Airport gets not everything terrible, but Hammond gets that runner back. It's now 3-1 with 1 out.
Stepping to the plate, shortstop, number 2, Bill.
Nice play by Butts. He had a problem fielding it earlier this game. And now is doing what he can. Ben Kirkpatrick was getting loose over behind in the bullpen, wondering if he'll come out for the Skyhawks to pitch. He steps into the box, looking for his second hit of the day. A single, a fly out, a ground out. Runners at the corners, 1 gone here in the top of the 7th. As Gillette will step off and look both runners back. You got Waite at third, Springs at first. Righty on righty, Gillette fires. The sidearm and miss wide, ball 1. Going to second, standing will be Springs. No throw from Seitler. Doesn't want another insurance run to come home. It's ball 1. Runners at now second and third with 1 out. Hammond is out hitting Airport 7-3. One more base knock could do it. The 1-0 is high, flown in the air, shallow center field. Hunter Epps, the shortstop, ranges back and makes the one-hand grab at his waist. There's 2 away. Well, the other man you don't want up in this situation happens to be now up with 2 on and 2 out. It is Jack Croft. Puddin is grounded into a double play, singled and grounded out all the way back in the first. The senior, who hits .469 with runners in scoring position, has a team lead 21 RBIs, is up with 2 in scoring position. First pitch to him, called strike 1, fastball on the outside edge in this right-handed showdown. Airport trying to keep this lead at bay, give themselves a chance in the bottom half of the inning. 0-1. Swung and tapped back to the pitcher. Gillette has to come off the mound. Fields it cleanly. They'll throw to first in time. Side retired. However, Hammond gets that runner back. Airport needs 2 to tie and 3 to win it. We're going to the bottom half of the 7th. Don't want to miss it.
As we head to the bottom. Second baseman.
Here we go.
Number
Hammond
1,
is 3 outs away
Flora.
from back-to-back stunners here at the Forest Acres Classic. The shortstop, Ben Kirkpatrick, comes to pitch. The first one is softly hit to the left side over the shortstop's head. Braden Dunlap right on cue. Talking about Ben Kirkpatrick, he gets the Eagles going. The softly hit liner well placed. There's one on and one out. The tying run will come to the plate here. Well, a couple of defensive changes that I had to figure out as the half inning ended. Ben Kirkpatrick will come in is to pitch. Colt Babick will actually come from center and play shortstop. That'll put Preston Springs in center field, and in right is Will Freight.
Running at first base.
It's all from Game Changer because I couldn't really see the numbers, so if that's wrong, I apologize. But I think we're good.
Number 12, Bryce Gillette.
Well, now Bryce Gillette, the man of the hour. Righty on righty, Kirkpatrick, one of the top relievers for the Skyhawks, trying to close this game out. He already has a save this season. The right-hander comes home. Gillette fouls one off. It's 0-1. Kirkpatrick now making his 7th appearance this season on the bump. 2.62 ERA, over 10 2/3 innings pitched. He fires home the fastball called. Strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. 78 miles per hour. The fastest pitcher the Skyhawks have thrown here today. Well, after Gillette, it's Jeffcoat Seitler here for Airport. Tying run at the plate. The 0-2. Off speed outside, looks like a slide piece. It's 1-2. Charlie Jackson is at first, running for Dunlap, using officially as a pitch runner, not a courtesy runner. The 1-2. Gillette grounds that one up the middle. That will find center field for a base knock. Back-to-back singles get the Eagles going here in the 7th, as the winning run will come to the plate in Landon Jeffcoat.
Let's go.
Number 6, first baseman Landon Jeffcoat.
So Jeffcoat, I talked him up all before this one. He then proceeded to foul out to the first baseman. He's 0 for 3, a strikeout, a flyout, and a foul pop out. And right on cue, the head skipper for Hammond will come out and talk to Ben Kirkpatrick. Well, this is a big time moment. We'll be right back here on Definite Fiction.
Let's go, Ben. Let's go.
After Coach Brzezinski, aka Coach Brew, comes out and talks to Kirkpatrick, they'll all retreat. The Skyhawks looking for their 2nd straight upset of a top team in 4A. They get the heart of the order, though. Airport has 2 on, nobody gone. Righty on righty for Landon Jeffcoat. They're looking to win their first game here in this 2024 Forest Acres Classic, as this could really push some interesting stuff for tomorrow. There's a potential that every team is 1-1 entering tomorrow. Of course, there's potential that both of them are 2-0, just like bracket B that has Lexington and Miller at 2-0 with both dominant wins. Kirkpatrick to Jeffcoat. The first pitch is bunt shown. Ball 1 way outside. Nice glove from Smith behind the dish. That wasn't all the way in the left-handed box in the dirt. So 1-0 the count now. Jeffcoat looking to produce.
Yes, sir.
The 1-0, he shows bunt again, another wide fastball. Good glove from Smith yet again, it's 2-0. Jeffcoat has a homer and 6 RBIs. So far in the Classic, he's 0-6. Kirkpatrick looks at second, comes home. The 2-0 is low. 3 straight heaters, 3 times throwing a low. Kirkpatrick's gonna have to find the zone, or else the bases will be loaded for Justin Seitler.
I trust you, Ben. I trust you, Ben.
The 3-0, bunt shown again. Jeffcoat waits back as that one's now called strike one. A nice pitch down on the outside part of the plate.
Come on, Ben.
Again, tying runner over at first in the form of Bryce Gillette. The winning runner at the plate now is Landon Jeffcoat. 3-1 lead for Hammond in the bottom of the 7th. Benton Kirkpatrick fires. The fastball is low and away. Jeffcoat shows bunt, rattles Kirkpatrick again. The bases are juiced with nobody out. Well, in my time here at the Classic, I have never been able to call a walk-off. Now the Eagles are, I believe, the first team to even have the winning runs on the base pass. We even call a walk-off. Ben Kirkpatrick has allowed 2 straight hits, and now he's walked a batter to load him up with nobody out. It's Justin Seitler up, who's 0 for 3 today. Righty on righty, first pitch. Fastball low and away, ball 1. That low and away has not been a strike all day. Continues to not be one right there. The 1-0. Kirkpatrick kicks and deals. Fastball low and away. That one's called a strike, though. I guess right on cue, he shuts me up. Seitler comes in with 15 RBIs. It's a 1-1 count to him. Kirkpatrick fires. The fastball skips into the left-handed box. What a backhand from Smith behind the dish to keep all the runners at bay. It's a 2-1 count, though. The 2-1. Called strike 2. Fastball on the outside edge. Kirkpatrick's fastest of the day dialed up to 81. Count moves to 2-2 with nobody out. Bases juice for the catcher, Seitler. Corners are in for Hammond. Kirkpatrick fires. The curveball misses low. Good eye from Seitler. It'll be a full count incoming.
You got it, Ben. You got it.
The payoff. That one's chopped high to the third baseman, Croft. He waits back on it. The only play is at first. He double clutches the throw in time by just a hair for out 1. However, one of the 2 runs comes across. And now the tying run is 90 feet away, and the winning run is at second with 1 out. Well, Seitler did the job. It wasn't the prettiest of hits. It was a high chopper to third. Croft looked home, realized he had no play, double clutched it, and still got the out. Now it's Isaiah Clemens, who reached on a walk his first go around. Righty on righty, infield comes in for the Skyhawks. What a game we have here for you on Definite Fiction. Now he shows bunt. It's bunted for strike number 1, I believe. Maybe a ball. Not exactly sure what they called it. Did he go? No, he did not. Clemens threw the ball, picked the bunt back up. One of those that would have been very close. I would love for them to put the, visual effect score batter's box in there like they do on TV. Fortunately, I'm not that lucky. The 1-0. Curveball called, strike 1 on the outside edge against the righty. It's 1-1.
Come on, Ben. Come on, Ben.
Gillette at third, Jeffcoat at second. Jeffcoat representing the winning run in this game. Kirkpatrick comes. The bunt is going to get away from Smith. Not far enough for either runner to advance, though. The bunt attempt was pulled back off the curveball. It's a 2-1 count. Runners stay at second and third. Well, it was Jack Croft who really kept his team in the game last night against AC Flora. Right now, it is the catcher Owen Smith who has had some incredible gloves behind the dish to keep some runs across for the Eagles, potentially the tying run across from the Eagles. It's a 3-2 lead for Hammond. Winning run for Airport at second. Showing bunt against Clemens. Called strike 2. Heater on the outside edge. Puts the count at 2s. It doesn't get any easier, though. The man who doubled off the left field wall, Sundiata Anderson, is waiting on deck. Count at 2s, 1 gone.
Come on now, man.
Kirkpatrick will fire. That one's spoiled off to the right side, out of play. What looked like a slider on the outside edge was barreled up to the wrong side of the field by Clemens to stay alive.
Sir, Ben.
The 2-2. That one's lined to right field. Coming on is Freight. It drops in for a base hit. Gillette will score. Coming around third is Jeffco. The throw to the plate. Not in time. We're going to have to hear a runner, and they're going to call him safe. Controversy yet again, this time in favor of the Eagles. Owen Smith was standing on home plate, so Gillette ran into him. And that will do it, a walk-off single for Isaiah Clemens. The Eagles take this one 4-3 in a thriller here at Falcon Field. What a game. Airport and Hammond now 1-1. As I said, Hammond putting up a great fight here. At the end of the day, it goes in the favor of the Eagles. Kirkpatrick gets the blown save in the loss. Bryce Gillette, after a gem for the Eagles, is rewarded with a win. Bozard, after 5 scoreless innings for Hammond, has an non-decision. What a game. Hammond will be back here at 2 p.m. tomorrow to face River Bluff. And that game could be very interesting depending on what happens now tonight. If you're a Flora fan, you're very happy with this result because now you pretty much win 2 and you're in. Hammond, of course, just needs to win 1 and AC Flora to weirdly win 2. Well, so many decisions, and a lot of it's going to be settled in about an hour. AC Flora River Bluff caps off day 2 of the Forest Acres Classic. We'll be back here for that one, and we'll see you then.